Welcome to this special episode on the Ram Mandir Chanda Chori Rao, from the birthplace of not just the scam, but the birthplace of Lord Sri Ram, Ayodhya. I'm Suesha Samant, and today I'm going to take you beyond the headlines, beyond what you've read and watched in the last 1 week, to break down every detail bit by bit and how the events unfolded. For devotees who donated that every single rupee to the Ram Mandir was an act of faith. But investigators believe that that faith may have been stolen. What started as cash disappearing from the donation box and the donations that were being made led to a full-fledged SIT investigation, arrests, resignations coming in from the very top of the temple trust. And that has led to some very uncomfortable questions when it comes to the handling of Hindu faith's most sacred institutions. First, we'll take you through the anatomy of the Ram Mandir Chanda Chori. Take a look.
Millions donated in faith. A donation meant for Lord Ram ended in pockets instead of the temple treasury. The allegations first exploded on June 7th. SP Chief Akhilesh Yadav claimed crores from Ram Mandir donations had gone missing and then a day after sought court intervention. Following this, BJP leader Rajneesh Singh penned letter to Prime Minister demanding a CBI ED probe.
पारदर्शिता की मांग करना कहीं से आरोप नहीं होता है। आरोप विपक्षी लोग लगा रहे हैं, आरोप विपक्षी नैरेटिव सेट कर रहे हैं, तो वो नैरेटिव खत्म हो जाए, इसलिए पारदर्शिता जरूरी है।
The Temple Construction Committee chief then reviewed donation records. On June 11th, the former accounts in charge raised fresh allegations linked to CCTV footage. And on June 13th, the Yogi government finally ordered an SIT investigation. Investigators say the theft wasn't a one-off. It was systematic. According to the SIT, donation boxes were opened without following mandatory protocols. The double lock system was allegedly ignored. Employees entered the counting room wearing clothes with pockets, making it easy to conceal cash. Then came the CCTV review. Sources say investigators found nearly 70 instances of suspected theft. Bundles of cash allegedly slipped into pockets, hidden inside shoes, even stashed inside toilets, only to be collected later. Employees allegedly knew the CCTV blind spots, and since the footage was erased after 45 days, much of the trail had already vanished. Police raids changed the investigation. More than 20 lakh rupees in cash, foreign currency, gold, silver, and a luxury SUV were recovered from the main accused, Avinash Shukla. On June 25th, the first FIR was registered. All 8 accused were arrested the same day. They now face charges of theft, criminal breach of trust, conspiracy and fraud. The investigation is still underway. What has emerged so far is not just an alleged theft of cash, but an alleged betrayal of the faith of millions who donated believing every rupee would go towards Lord Ram's temple. Bureau Report, India Today.
A scam doesn't happen on its own. It needs access, opportunity, and people. So who really are the faces who are at the center of this investigation? Who have been arrested, who have been questioned, and who are those who are under scrutiny even though no criminal charges have been filed against them? Let's now take you through details of the dramatis persona in the Ram Mandir donation theft case.
The Ram Mandir donation scam has taken the nation by storm. For crores of devotees, this is not just an alleged theft of money, but a betrayal of faith. As the probe gathers pace, one question dominates the debate. The Uttar Pradesh government constituted a 3-member special investigation team to probe the allegations after the matter came to light. Who are the key players in this alleged scam? The investigation began with 8 arrests. Police say the accused were part of the system that handled and counted donations inside the Ram Mandir. Avinash Shukla has been identified as the prime accused in the scam. Investigators suspect he orchestrated nearly 70 instances of theft over a 40-day period. Ram Shankar alias Tinnu Yadav, a close aide of Champat Rai, allegedly had unrestricted access inside the temple. Anukalp Mishra, a close aide of former trustee Anil Mishra, allegedly handled currency counting. His relative Lavkush Mishra has also been arrested. Police claim 10 lakh rupees was recovered from his home. Temple staffer Manish Kumar Yadav, Karunesh Pandey from the currency counting team, Ram Shankar Mishra, who was linked to cash counting, and retired SBI employee Subhash Srivastav, who supervised currency counting, are the other accused. But the arrests only intensified the political battle. The opposition claimed these were merely the smaller fish, alleging the real masterminds had been spared. So who are the bigger names under scrutiny? Former Ram Mandir Trust General Secretary Champat Rai has been questioned by the SIT and later stepped down on ethical grounds. Former trustee Anil Mishra, who played a key administrative role in the temple, also resigned on ethical grounds and remains under the scanner. Senior trust functionary Gopal Rao has also been questioned because of his access to the temple and its donation management system. The case was formally registered following the recommendations of the SIT after a complaint by trust member Krishna Mohan, who now has been appointed as interim general secretary of the trust after Champat Rai's resignation was accepted.
इस प्रकरण में जो हुआ है उससे हम सभी आहत हैं। मेरा ये पहला प्रयत्न होगा कि वो जितनी त्रुटियां कहीं जहां कहीं भी लूप होल्स हैं, कहीं भी कहीं छूटा हुआ है, उसको सबसे पहले बंद करना, इस प्रकार की पुनरावृत्ति न हो भविष्य में, इसका मैं पूरा प्रयत्न करूंगा।
The investigation is still unfolding. Whether more names emerge or the probe ends with the 8 arrested accused remains to be seen. But with crucial state elections approaching, all eyes are on whether the controversy grows bigger, giving the opposition fresh ammunition and creating a political challenge for the BJP. Bureau Report, India Today.
Investigators now believe that the story has gone beyond the missing donations. SIT findings that have led to a series of administrative lapses, procedural questions and irregularities that go beyond the counting room. Does this mean that the investigation could now widen its scope? Here's what the probe has found out so far.
It is the biggest betrayal of Astha, of Ram Bhaks, and of the Lord himself. Till now it seemed the Chanda Chori at Ayodhya's Ram Mandir was limited to cash and ornaments donated by devotees. But the preliminary findings of the Special Investigation Team suggests the trail may run much deeper. The SIT says the alleged theft was not just the handiwork of a few individuals. Its preliminary report points to a complete breakdown of systems. It alleges financial embezzlement during the cash counting process, flags nepotism in appointments, and says 78.94 lakh rupees in cash, besides foreign currency and valuables, had already been recovered even before the SIT began its probe. The report also points to weak supervision and poor administrative oversight. The report lists one lapse after another. No effective frisking of employees, no restriction on carrying personal belongings into the counting room. Biometric attendance and dress code were not properly enforced. Cash from different donation boxes were allegedly mixed instead of being counted separately. Food and beverages were allowed inside the counting room, and proper records of cash donations were allegedly not maintained. The SIT believes these lapses created an environment where the alleged thefts could continue unchecked. But the investigation has now moved well beyond the donation boxes. The SIT is now auditing more than 124 crore rupees spent by the temple trust over the last 2 years. The biggest expenditure under scrutiny is 113 crore rupees spent on the Ram Lalla Pran Pratishtha ceremony. The probe also covers over 10 crore rupees spent on the temple flag hoisting ceremony, 83 lakh rupees spent on the first Pratishtha Dwadashi celebrations, and 43 lakh rupees spent on arrangements during the Mahakumbh. The SIT is now checking whether every rupee was spent according to the Trust's own financial rules and approval process. And that's not all. Trust records show donations of 2.3 kilograms of gold, 83.3 kilograms of silver between November 2024 and February 2025. During the Mahakumbh, devotees offered another 1.5 kilograms of gold and 28 kilograms of silver. The SIT has also turned its attention to alleged irregularities in the VIP Darshan system. According to the preliminary probe, a network led by Tinu Yadav allegedly charged devotees between 20,000 to 25,000 rupees for VIP Darshan, generated passes by allegedly misusing identity documents, facilitated vehicle access into the inner premises, and amassed crores during the Mahakumbh. The preliminary probe further alleges that some temple employees and outsiders were part of this network. The Chanda Chori may have triggered the investigation, but the preliminary SIT report makes one thing clear. The probe is no longer just about stolen donations. It now stretches from alleged institutional failures to trust expenditure, precious offerings, and VIP darshan. The biggest question now is whether this investigation will uncover an even bigger betrayal of devotees' faith than anyone had ever imagined. Bureau Report, India Today.
The investigation that has already claimed some of its biggest political and administrative pawns. The Ram Mandir Temple Trust that has seen a massive leadership shake-up. The Uttar Pradesh government had to step in, and political parties that are locking horns over accountability and transparency. Has this become more than just a criminal investigation? Here's the fallout in politics and faith.
January 22nd, 2024. A day millions of Hindus say they will never forget. Emotions ran high. Devotion was at its peak, and a silent promise that every offering made at Lord Ram's feet was an offering of faith. But 18 months later, that very faith stands betrayed, as allegations of Chadhawa Chori at the temple are now being investigated. The Uttar Pradesh government, which had initially rejected the Chori charge, quickly constituted an SIT to investigate the allegations. Soon, voices associated with the Ram Mandir movement and even those within the BJP ecosystem began suggesting that this could be much bigger than first believed.
गंभीर मामला है और ये हल्का फुल्का मामला नहीं है। इस पर अरे भाई ये इस पर बलिदान हुए हैं लोग, हमारे जैसे लोग। और ट्रस्टी ही अगर उसमें कुछ गड़बड़ कर देंगे, चोरी कर देंगे, बाकी कुछ कर देंगे तो कैसे मंदिर बनेगा?
Even chairman of the Ram Temple Construction Committee, Nrpendra Mishra, while speaking exclusively to India Today, called for a complete overhaul of the temple's management system.
I suppose the technical recommendation that 100% cashless should not be, but there is a need to see the functioning of CCTV, functioning of donation, valuation of valuables. So entire accounting system needs to be overhauled.
The SIT's preliminary findings only intensified the controversy. More details of alleged donation theft emerged, arrests were made, and allegations grew. And so did the political battle. While Akhilesh Yadav and the opposition sharpened their no dharm, no sharm attack on the BJP and RSS,
सरकार ने एसआईटी जरूर बनाई है, लेकिन क्या एसआईटी को निष्पक्ष काम करने देंगे, ये भी एक सवाल है बड़ा। भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने ये साबित कर दिया है तो धर्म से ज्यादा उन्हें धन से प्यार है।
पता तो चला, आपको सब कुछ पता था, लेकिन आप धृतराष्ट्र की तरह चुप रहे, आंखों पे पट्टी बांधे रहे। और जब मजबूरी हो गई, बहुत ज्यादा मुद्दा उठने लग गया, तो आपने लोगों की आंखों में धूल झोंकने के लिए एक एसआईटी बना दी। एसआईटी बिना एफआईआर की एसआईटी बन कैसे सकती है? तब तक एफआईआर ही नहीं हुई थी। उसी दिन देश के लोगों को पता चल गया था जब आपने एसआईटी बनाई थी कि प्रधानमंत्री जी लीपापोती कर रहे हैं।
Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath and BJP Chief Nitin Nabeen reminded the opposition that those who once questioned Lord Ram's very existence could not now preach faith. Even the 1990 Ayodhya firing incident was invoked time and again by the BJP.
कांग्रेस को बोलने का कोई अधिकार नहीं है। जो कांग्रेस राम के अस्तित्व को नकारती थी, जो समाजवादी पार्टी राम भक्तों पर गोली चलाती थी, वे आस्था की कौन सी बात कर रहे हैं? जो धार्मिक हिंदू विरासत से जुड़े हुए धार्मिक स्थलों के पुनरुद्धार का पैसा कब्रिस्तान की बाउंड्री वाल पर खर्च कर देते थे, वे लोग कौन सी आस्था की बात कर रहे हैं?
ये वही लोग हैं जिन्होंने प्रभु श्री राम के होने के अस्तित्व पर सवाल उठाया था, सुप्रीम कोर्ट में हल्फनामा दायर किया था कि प्रभु श्री राम एक काल्पनिक चीज हैं। ये वही लोग हैं जिन्होंने कार सेवकों पे गोलियां चलाई थी और खून की नदियां बही थी इसी अयोध्या के पवित्र नगरी पर।
The RSS too expressed its dismay over the alleged donation theft. RSS General Secretary Dattatreya Hosable indirectly hit back at the opposition and claimed that anti-Hindu and anti-national forces are seeking to malign the Hindu dharma by exploiting this unfortunate incident.
राष्ट्रीय स्वयंसेवक संघ संपूर्ण हिंदू समाज से भी आह्वान करता है कि इस कठिन क्षण में वह आवश्यक धैर्य और संयम का परिचय दें तथा इस दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण घटना का लाभ उठाकर हिंदू विरोधी राष्ट्र विरोधी शक्तियों के हिंदू धर्म एवं समाज को बदनाम करने के षड्यंत्रों को विफल करे।
As the probe gathered pace, the focus shifted from politics to accountability. Under pressure, General Secretary Champat Rai and Trustee Anil Mishra stepped down on moral grounds. The Ram Mandir Trust accepted their resignations, signalling the beginning of a leadership reset. The trust then appointed retired IFS officer and trustee Krishna Mohan as its acting General Secretary. Remember, it was Krishna Mohan whose police complaint led to the registration of an FIR over the alleged donation theft.
इस प्रकरण में जो भी दोषी पाए जाएंगे, हमारा आग्रह रहेगा उन सभी को न्यायोचित ढंग से जो भी उनको सजा मिलनी है मिले, इसके लिए हम बहुत आग्रही रहेंगे.
As the overhaul began, Champat Roy took a vow of silence until the final report is out. For now, the probe continues. The leadership has changed, but the trust deficit remains. And as Uttar Pradesh heads towards 2027, the politics of Ram Naam could once again shape the electoral narrative, and its impact could extend far beyond Ayodhya. Bureau Report, India Today.
Questions that are not stopping at Ayodhya. In fact, a fresh round of allegations that are surfacing when it comes to temple donations, even from Badrinath. And that is calling for a tighter oversight when it comes to religious trusts and donation systems. Is this an isolated case? Or probably the start of a larger conversation when it comes to accountability and transparency of India's biggest places of worship? That's next.
Temples that stand as emblems of faith, now caught in allegations of theft. From Ayodhya's Ram Mandir to Uttarakhand's Badrinath Dham to Kerala's Sabarimala temple, cases of chanda chori and gold loot have shaken the trust of millions of devotees. Just as millions of devotees grapple with the betrayal at the Ram temple, comes allegations of donation theft at Uttarakhand's renowned Badrinath Dham. An FIR has been registered against the temple committee chairman's secretary, Pramod Nautiyal, who was suspended earlier.
तत्काल हमने इसका संज्ञान लेते हुए मंदिर समिति ने उस कर्मचारी के खिलाफ निलंबन की कार्रवाई की और देर रात्रि उसके खिलाफ FIR भी लॉन्च कर दी गई बद्रीनाथ केदारनाथ थाने में. निष्पक्ष और समयबद्ध जांच हो, उसको लेकर एक उच्च स्तरीय कमेटी की जांच भी इसमें गठित कर दी गई है. यथाशीघ्र जल्दी ही जांच रिपोर्ट सामने आएगी. दूध का दूध और पानी का पानी होगा.
With public anger mounting, Uttarakhand CM Pushkar Singh Dhami has ordered a high-level inquiry headed by the Garhwal Commissioner.
कार्रवाई सब हो गई है, आपको अपडेट हो जाइए. जो भी देखे, जो भी दोषी होगा वो छोड़ा नहीं जाएगा. कठोर कार्रवाई होगी. कमेटी बना दी गई है और पुलिस ने अपनी प्रारंभिक जो कार्रवाई है प्रारंभ कर दी है. रिपोर्ट दर्ज हो गई है.
Just weeks before the cases of donation theft came to light, Sabarimala's alleged gold loot had already sparked a national controversy. Gold plating in the Sanctum Sanctorum was found missing, sparking anger and shock among Ayyappa devotees. The special investigation team formed to probe the gold loot has submitted an interim report before the Kerala High Court. The report states that the accused conspired to remove the original gold cladding from the Dwarpalaka idols, replace it with a thin layer of gold plating, and misappropriate the remaining gold. Two senior LDF leaders, S. Prashant and A. Ajay Kumar, have also been linked to the alleged conspiracy. 3 sacred temples, 3 investigations, and one big question: can these probes restore the trust of millions of devotees? Bureau Report, India Today.
The investigation into the Ram Mandir donation theft is still underway. The arrests have been made, the initial findings are in, but a lot of questions that still remain unanswered. For the devotees, this was never about the money. This was about the trust. And to restore that trust may be one of the biggest challenges of all. With that, this is Suesha Sawant signing off from Ayodhya. Thank you so much for watching.